I'm with Professor Jim Phillips. He's a certified ZNA judge. Jim, apart from it being a rainy day, what is happening with the judges right now? I see they're all huddled together and busy talking. So how do we kickstart this whole thing? How does it work?
Okay, well, the judges have all assembled, and it's going to be difficult conditions with the rain because it disturbs the surface of the water. So their job is made more difficult by the rain. But I see they've all got themselves kitted out with ponchos. They've had their meeting, they've introduced everybody, and they've been introduced to their team. Each team will have a netter, a bowl and a scribe. But what they're going to do now is going to look for their nominations for the Grand Champion. So they'll work as one unit and they'll make their notes as they go along, and they'll pick what they think is their choice for the Grand Champion. Then they'll go back to the judges' room and they'll discuss it and have a vote on it. So we will know shortly who the Grand Champion is.
So that's really how it starts. Is they all we first get the Grand Champion out of the way. Reserve Champion.
Yes, the runner-up is called the Reserve Champion, and they will also choose that now.
Right, and then after that, the three teams will split. And can you just tell us how they will go about, splitting up and doing the necessary individual judging?
Yes, once the Grand Champion has been chosen, the judges will split into teams, and each team will take a size, say a size 1 fish or size 2 or size 3, and they will judge that whole size with all the varieties in that size. And when they've completed that, they'll go on to do another size and so on until all the fish has been judged. It's very interesting at this show in that most of the fish are bigger fish. It's very unusual. Normally we have a lot of size 1 and size 2 fish, but today we've got as many size 8 fish, I think, as we've got size 1 fish. So this really is a show of note.
Jim, is that indicative of how stiff the competition is this year?
Yes. Well, just looking around the ponds, they were being benched yesterday. There's some fantastic quality fish here, but they're also very big fish as well, which is amazing. The competition in the bigger sizes for the Grand Champion, the Mature Champion, is going to be very, very fierce because there's some fantastic big fish here today.
Jim, am I correct? This is the judging is based on the English style judging. Is that correct?
Yes. The old Japanese style was to put all the different types of fish together and judge them in one pond. But because of the concerns about disease and catching viruses, etc., the fish stay in their own pond. So each pond is a collection from one owner. And the judges have to make notes on a fish in one pond and then go and make notes on a fish in another pond and compare them. And in the bigger sizes, they're going to have their work cut out because there's big fish all around today.
Thank you, Jim. No doubt you're going to be walking with us and giving us some running commentary on some detailed aspects of the judging. But for now, thank you for your time.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting day.
Right, I'm here with Larry Hubbard. Larry is a seasoned judge. He's an internationally certified ZNA judge. Larry, please explain to us, if you were busy judging right now, what would you be doing walking from pond to pond looking for the Grand Champion?
Okay, so basically what you're looking for is the Supreme Grand Champion and the Reserve Grand Champion, which basically eliminates those fish from the rest of the show. That's why they get chosen first, so they don't get mixed up with all the others. You're obviously looking for a fish that shows a lot of presence in the pond. Obviously how the colors have developed on the fish. If you're looking at a black and white and red fish, all three colors should have developed at the same time. That's basically what you're doing.
So am I correct by saying that you basically, in your mind, you're forming a picture of least interested in your mind,
Sure.
and what you're looking for, and then most interested in your mind.
Exactly, yeah. And then once you've now decided to yourself, out of all the fish on show, which should be the top winners, then you'll get together and vote. If it's an equal vote, then all the fish are discussed, maybe gone back to look at, and that way all the fish are eliminated until you come up with the top 2 fish.
Larry, I understand that every judge has his own way, his or her own way of judging, scoring, and what have you. What works for you best?
Well, what I usually do is I start off and I have a look at the first fish and I say, well, that's a first. And then if I go to the next fish and that's better than the first fish, then I swap the 2, then it becomes a first and second. And I eliminate that way. Some people have a dot system where they say 6 dots is excellent, 5 dots is a little bit less. Every judge has his own way of doing it. I prefer to say first and then bump it up or down until I've now chosen my fish, which I think is the winning fish.
Thank you, Larry. That is where we are at the moment. So let's see what happens with the judges once they get together. Right, okay, Jim. What's going on inside there? We're obviously outside. We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to be inside. The judges. It's judges only. I see the door says judges only. The door's closed, and they are busy discussing inside behind closed doors. As a seasoned judge, what is going on right now?
Well, this is very interesting, Kevin. As you've seen, they've been around to all the ponds. They've had a good look at all the fish on show, and they've made notes. And what they've done is noted. Each judge notes which fish he thinks is a potential candidate for Grand Champion. And what they'll do now is they'll call for the nominations from each judge, and we may have a clear winner first round, but it's unlikely. They took a long time deciding over their nominations, so now they're discussing them, and maybe people will raise points about a certain fish, why they like it, and eventually the head judge will call for a vote, and then we'll have a decision, and the judges will know who is the grand champion of this 25th Pro Show.
So this is where the chief judge, where he basically plays his major role.
Yes. The chairman, if you like, of this meeting will be the head judge, and this year we have Hongmen Dung from China. He's flown all the way here from China to be the head judge. He's a ZNA certified judge, which is the highest category of judge you can get. We have 3 assistant certified judges, Mike Harvey, Harry Becks and Rennie Schumacher, and we have a few local ZNA certified judges as well sitting in there. But we have judges from England, the Netherlands and China all come to assist us with judging our show.
And then of course we get trainee judge.
Yes, well, we've got some SACs, certified judge, and we've got some trainees.
So if there's not a clear winner, and it comes down to, as you said correctly, the first round, if it goes to the second round and so forth, I take it then the demerits would come into it. Is that correct?
Yes. First of all, when you're judging fish, you obviously look for the qualities and the strengths of the koi, and that's why you put the koi up as your nomination. But if it's close, then you start having to look at the little details which distinguish the koi.
Right, I'm with Professor Jim Phillips again, certified ZNA judge. Jim, what is happening right now?
Okay, well, they've had their first round of judging where they've chosen a grand champion. We don't know yet which fish they've chosen. Now they've split up into their teams. We have sizes 1 to 9. So size 1 will be the smallest fish, and the size will be between 10 and 20 centimeters for size 1, and then between 20 and 30 centimeters for size 2, Then it changes a bit, 37, 45, size 3, and so on. They measure the koi from the tip of the nose to the tip of the tail. So that's how they measure it. So the koi have to be at least 10 centimeters to be eligible to be shown. And they compete against other koi in their own sizes.